Shweta, tell us something about yourself.
Sir, I have done my schooling from KV Sector 8 Arkipuram in Delhi. And then I did my BTech in Computer Science as a graduation from Maitri College, University of Delhi. I like dancing as my hobby. My father works in CISF and my mother is a housewife, and I'm a very optimistic person.
Okay. Presently, you are not doing anything.
No, sir, I'm not working.
You are from Delhi, and then also you opted for geography. Now, tell me something about important features of geography of Delhi.
Okay, sir. Sir, in Delhi, on the western side of Delhi, we have the Aravalli ranges, which are also bordered by the ridge forest of Delhi. These ranges are very old ranges of the peninsular block, and thus they have degraded over the time due to rapid erosion. The other geographical features of Delhi is the Yamuna River, which flows through the eastern Delhi, passes through the eastern Delhi, and rest of the Delhi is more like a hilly and a semi-plain area.
Do we have biodiversity areas in Delhi? Biodiversity.
Sir, only the Aravalli area forms the biodiversity area. Apart from that, we just have zoological parks, and there are no as such national parks or biodiversity areas in Delhi.
Have you heard of Yamuna Biodiversity Park?
No, sir, I have not heard about it.
You have not heard. It's very famous asset. I don't know why you have not heard. And Shweta, tell me, how geography influences the environmental factor of Delhi?
Okay, sir, the Delhi is a kind of a landlocked city. So because of that, there is no proximity to sea, and therefore the temperature and other factors are affected by that. Because if it is summer, then it becomes extremely hot, and when it is winter, it becomes extremely cold. Also, in winters, the westerlies and the western disturbances from the Mediterranean bring some rainfall and chills to Delhi. Apart from that, during the monsoon, because Delhi also has a proximity to Himalayas, so during the monsoon, because of the Himalayas, Delhi witnesses rainfall, but it does not witness any rainfall due to the Aravallis because they lie parallel to the monsoon wind.
Actually, tell me, Shweta, there are two types of monsoon winds. Can you name them?
Two types of monsoon
winds, yes. Can you name them?
Sir, one is southwest monsoon and other is the northeast monsoon.
Northeast. So, which area of India gets benefit from northeast monsoon?
Sir, an area nearby Chennai, areas in Tamil Nadu get benefit from the northeast.
Okay, the last question from my side. Given the opportunity,
yes,
what steps you will take for the empowerment of women?
Okay, sir, I'll take the following steps. First would be ensuring education, free and quality education of women up to the level of at least 12 standards. My second step would be after education, the second step would be skilling of women so that they find employment, and with the employment they become they have financial independence. Third would be ensuring the security of women, safety and security of women, and for that some steps related to policing regarding CCTV cameras, patrolling, and behavioral change among both the genders. Certain steps could be taken in that regard.
Okay, Shweta, thank you. Now, over to next member.
Shweta, what do you mean by an earthquake swarm, and what is the reason behind the earthquake swarm being witnessed around across the India?
The earthquake swarm.
Earthquake swarm.
Swarm, acha. Earthquake swarms, according to me, are the multiple occurrences of earthquakes within a short duration, like within few days, within a month, or within a week. So at different nearby locations, occurring of frequent earthquakes is earthquake swarm.
And what is the reason behind the earthquake swarm being witnessed across the India?
Sir, the tectonic movements is the reason, because Himalayas is the main focal point of earthquakes in India, and it is due to the endogenetic forces working under the Himalayas, which influence the earthquake, particularly in the northern belt of India. So it is one of the reasons.
What is the reason behind the swelling Forex reserve in India?
Swelling Forex reserves. Sir, so one of the reasons is some change in calculation formula by the government. There is some exchange rate calculation has changed.
Do you know what is the component of Forex reserve?
Yes, I know the components of Forex reserve.
Can you tell me the components of Forex reserve?
Sir, one is the SDRs, which are issued by the IMF. Second is the gold, and third is the five currencies of different currencies of different countries, which includes dollars, euros, yen, pounds, and.
So at present situation, why the Forex reserve is swelling so up in India?
Sir, it's also because of the foreign increase in the foreign investment being brought in India through both the mediums of FPIs and FDIs. So because of that, because there is an increase of foreign money into India, because of that the foreign currency has increased, so Forex reserves have increased, and also I think that is the reason.
While calculating gross domestic product,
yes,
we are using the territorial boundary instead of geographical boundary. What is the difference between the territorial boundary and the geographical boundary?
Okay, so the geographical boundary of India is the land borders land and sea borders that India shares with other countries, whereas the territorial boundary includes other parts of the other assets of India that are placed in foreign lands. For example, they can be embassies, they can be seaports and other airports or other infrastructure that is owned by India but is in foreign countries.
What is the difference between the linear economy and the circular economy?
So I know what is circular economy. I can tell about that. The circular economy has mainly three factors. One is the household, one is the entrepreneurs, and the third is the government. So in the circular economy, the households do some saving. For that saving, they invest. Which is that saving they put up in banks.
No, I am using the circular economy for recycling of the product.
Then, sir, I do not have any idea about it.
Recycling of using the product. Okay. Next to sir.
Yeah, hi, Shweta, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
Sir, it's not afternoon yet, but I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. Now tell me, which is the state spot of Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, did you ask state spot?
Yes.
Sir, I'm not aware of it.
Okay, who is the captain of Uttar Pradesh hockey team?
No, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Now tell me, who is the chairman of Uttar Pradesh State Women Commission?
I'm sorry, sir, I do not know.
What is the geographical area in terms of percentage so far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned?
Sir, it forms around 7.3% of the entire area of India.
Okay. Now, Shweta, tell me one thing. So far as this COVID-19 is concerned, we are heavily relying on RT-PCR test.
Yes, sir.
Can you expand this RT-PCR?
Yes, sir. It is reverse translate polymerase chain reaction.
Okay. Now, my question is why it is called reverse transcription? Why it is named so?
Okay, sir. I do not know the exact reason for it being called reverse.
Okay, then drop it. Then drop it. Drop it. If you don't know the exact reason, drop it. Do you know the difference between RNA and DNA?
Yes, sir. So RNA is ribonucleic acid and it is single-stranded, and DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid and it is double-stranded.
Okay. Tell me one thing. Why this RT-PCR test is more reliable as compared to antibody test, which is also being done simultaneously in many states?
Yes, sir. So because RT-PCR test matches the genetical sequence, which is the RNA of the virus, from the sample that has been collected from the person's nose or throat, and therefore an exact result comes out because there is more accuracy of that result. Whereas in the antibody test, it just matches that whether there are any antibodies present which have been created to fight the antigen of the coronavirus. So if there is a presence of antibody, only then the test will come positive. The RT-PCR test will come positive in the first few days only, whereas it might take a little time.
Very good, very good. Now tell me one thing. This UP government in the aftermath of COVID-19 outbreak has suspended a number of labor-centric acts by an ordinance, right?
Yes.
What is your understanding of this phenomenon? Don't you think the government is more concerned about the rights of the industrialist in Uttar Pradesh as compared to the labor class?
See, so the government has done this move so that it can rationalize the skill set of the laborers, and it can identify that which kind of laborer can perform which kind of work. It can better be rationalized, and a kind of new set of laborer distribution can be done because of that. So the motive behind doing this was that, according to the government. But as you said, I feel that yes, somewhere these labor laws are enshrined in the directive principles of state policy, and as the Supreme Court has time and again said that our focus is towards becoming that kind of a state. So depriving the laborers from these laws actually violates some kind of rights of these laborers.
Okay, Shweta, my last question. UP has the largest animal population, right? Are you aware about this? Yes. If you are a SDM of a particular, subdivision, and you are addressing a seminar, and the target audience are only youths who have just completed their graduation and are trying hands at various, economic activities, you have to address them with an aim to motivate them to join this sector. What will be the key points of your address? Briefly, 3 or 4 key points.
So join which sector? Join
this animal husbandry sector.
Yes. Sir, because we have the motive of doubling the farmers' income. So livestock, because there is a huge amount of animals in Uttar Pradesh, so livestock can be one of the factors that can be used to double the farmers' income. So that will be one point of motivation. Second would be that just like humans have human rights, similarly animals have also their animal rights. They also have a right to livelihood in that sense. And because of that, protecting their safety and their good breeding facilities and everything becomes an essential part of their rights. So that would be my second point of motivation. And thirdly, because it's a kind of an unexplored territory, and there can a lot of research and technology can be used to prosper in that particular field, and that can be used as an asset. So I would like to drive those people towards that.
Very good, Shweta. This is all from my side. Over to Chairman, sir.
Shweta, listen to me clearly, okay? What 3 words would you use to describe yourself? I repeat it again. What 3 words would you use to describe yourself? Now I am giving you 3 options consisting of certain words, and then you have to decide about yourself, about your qualities. Okay? First set is learning attitude, self-respect, hard working. Okay? Learning attitude, self-respect, hard working. This is the first. Second is hard working, trustworthy, and loyal. Okay?
Yes.
And third is honest, hard working, and committed person. Now you have to decide.
So I would go 1 with learning attitude, second hardworking, and third honest.
Third honest. You are not a committed person.
Sir, honesty and hardworking will combine towards being a committed person.
Okay, Shweta. Shweta, now some factual questions from UP. Tell me about literacy rate of Uttar Pradesh.
Sir, it's around 57%.
Okay, 67.70. It's all right.
Yes.
What about sex ratio?
I'm sorry, I do not have an exact figure.
You should have. Okay.
Yes.
What about population density?
Sir, I'm sorry, I do not have an exact figure.
What about the national animal of UP?
So it is Barasingha, the state animal.
National bird.
The state bird is Sarus crane.
Okay. National tree, that is the state tree.
Yes, sir, it is Ashoka.
Ashoka. And the state flower?
It is Palash.
Okay. And the last question for you, just tell me the names of some folk songs. Folk songs from?
Sir, I'm aware of one. One is regarding the Ala Udal. It is popularly sung, and rest I'm not aware.
Ala Udal is famous in which area of UP?
Sir, in Bundelkhand and the western part of.
You don't have any idea about Chaiti and Birha?
Birha is popular in the eastern part of.
And Chaiti is in Purvanchal. Okay, Shweta. So interview is over. Thank you for interacting with us. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Shweta, how do you assess your performance?
So I think it was a little above average, but some factual questions of UP, which I had actually prepared, but I forgot the number, so I think that was a negative point.
Shweta, always remember that this is UP Civil Services, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you are expected to know almost everything about you. Most of the things about you.
Yes.
Okay? So prepare that in a good manner. You should have idea about UP. That's the first important thing. Second important thing, Shweta, one member when he started with this good afternoon. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then you just corrected and you said, but at the same time.
No, sir. Actually, I said good morning only, but sir said good afternoon. So I corrected him, but I do not know whether I should correct him or not. In that.
You should not. You should not. Okay? Let it go. Let it go.
Yes.
So, because you started with good morning, so that is the good morning.
Yes.
Now, he started that good afternoon. Suppose if you, if he insisted or he insists that is it afternoon, if you don't reply to that, then you can reply. Otherwise, no need. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
So that's the because you don't have to open the member, you have to be very courteous and very polite. Okay, and you are very confident. There is no doubt about that. And also your answers have been quite good. Whether it is geography of Delhi, one thing that is regarding biodiversity points.
Yes, sir.
You are expected to know.
Yes.
Yamuna biodiversity, the biodiversity, also so many biodiversity parts in almost three very important. So you should have, even the RIS area is very important.
Yes.
So you should have highlighted those things. Then you talked about Forex reserve. You should have a better idea about the Forex.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is also very important. Then linear economy, circular economy, that kind of thing, it's a conceptual thing. Have idea about those things. Then these kind of questions, that is the captain of that is the hockey team. Sometimes should not please do remember that it is the test of personality. A number of questions might be posed to you. Some subjective. Subjective you don't have any problem because you are good at interpreting things. But factual, the thing is that either you know or you don't.
Yes.
You can't help that. even if you are not able to answer to the factual questions, that should not reduce your confidence. Okay? Because that hardly matters.
Yes, sir.
Which is a test of your personality. So, if you are not able to reply to almost, suppose 5 questions almost in a row, even then, if you remain confident, that is the trait of your personality.
Yes.
So you have to be very, very confident. Then just one thing from our side, that have information about you, have information about India-China relationship, India-Nepal relationship, and then also everything about COVID. COVID and COVID particularly in context of Uttar Pradesh. And recently that Vikas Dubey episode have a better idea about that. Okay? Yes. So when is your interview?
On 14th.
On 14th. So almost today is 10th. So all the best, Shweta. I think you will do
can
very
I ask something?
Okay. Even yes.
Sir, actually, I am planning to put DSP as 3rd or 4th choice. So if the panel questions me that why are you not putting DSP as a 2nd choice, then how do I defend that?
No, there is absolutely no problem. You can easily say that I want to be SDM. Okay, that is my priority. And the second important thing, naturally DSP that requires aptitude. Okay, that kind of aptitude. And right now I am not able to decide about that. But once given the opportunity, I'll certainly develop that aptitude. It should answer should be like this. Right now I'm not prepared, but even if I get it, then I'm prepared to develop aptitude, and I'll excel in that field also. Okay. So that's it. Okay, Shweta, all the best.
Okay, sir.
And do well
Thank
in the
you,
interview.
Sir.
Okay.
Thank you.